All right, so here's the issue. You have a WordPress site. You're using Contact Form 7 as your plugin for contact forms. It's free, why not? Well, what happens when your client or you have multiple departments that you want somebody to have the option of sending that form to? You have sales, or you have support, or you want somebody to be able to make appointments, contact the specific scheduler. Well, you have to go out and buy a new plugin, don't you? Gravity Forms or Ninja Forms, or one of those, right? Wrong. I've got the solution for you. Stick around. Okay, so when you're coming in and using Contact Form 7, assuming you've already got one that's styled up and looks, how you want it, it should look something like this. I'm using Divi on a site that I've just been playing around with, using as testing and stuff. So ignore the design. It's not really a website. So essentially what we're wanting to do in here is give a visitor the option of sending a contact form to a different department, right? You want to say this is actually a clothing store and we want to talk to sales or billing. Maybe they're different departments, right? Well, we want to stick a field in here that the visitor can select who they want it to go to, right? So go into your contact form here. And this, depending on how you have it set up, will look similar or different. I can do another video on how we do our contact forms, because we use pretty much the same thing and just customize it for each site. So it's a responsive form. I got the code forever ago when I was first starting out, because I couldn't stand the default look of the form. But anyway, so you see we've got our different divs here split up. This is how we set up contact the columns, right? You got column half. That gives it the 2-column look. So what we want to do is right in between these 2 columns, we want to, in this row here, we want to stick the select field in there. So all you do, and I'm going to include this code in the video description. So really what you're looking for is this, right? Phone. That's the second one here. All you do, a couple of spaces, Control V. And what you're doing is, if you go to Contact Form 7's website, they do actually describe this, but it was kind of confusing at first. But essentially all you're doing is you're putting the field in, right? The type of field, the field name, so you can use it in the mail tab. And then all you do is you put your department name. So say we want sales at code 3 clothing, right? Sales. And then for department 2, let's go with support. Okay. And all you do is you split these 2 using a pipe. So this little guy right here splits the field up. So this is what the user sees, and this is actually where that form goes. So that's the first step. So then over here on the mail tab, instead of having info@yoursite.com, you want to just put in the field name, department. And then you can set up the rest of it. And down here in the message, if you want, you can add in, which department they emailed, but it's kind of self-explanatory if it's going to that department, right? So click save. And then when we refresh this page, you'll see in here, you've got your new selection field. So if you pick sales, it'll go to this email address, sales@yoursite. And if you pick support, and you can do as many as you want, I don't believe there's a limit on here at all. I've used up to 5 for different clients, so it varies. I don't think there's a limit. So a little bit of styling, to make it look and match the other fields, and you're all set. So you pick one and hit send, and they should go through. I don't have the email set up on this site, so it's not I can't show you how that works. But there you go. That's the easiest way to allow the visitor to select your department with Contact Form 7. You don't have to go out and buy another paid contact form plugin. So yeah, there you go.